You okay? Are you okay? Can you breathe? What's going on right now? Talk to me, boss. What's going on right now? Can you hear me?
Witnesses called it in as a seizure and says officers didn't give him enough time to get out of his car.
You have any medical issues?
No.
Have you ever had a seizure?
No.
Any drugs or alcohol today?
No.
No?
He was manhandled and beaten by police while suffering an epileptic seizure. That seizure caused him to crash his car, but instead of being treated like a victim, officers treated him like a criminal.
He says he finally came to at the hospital.
You know, I'm just having a medical emergency. I had no ill intent, anything like that.
He was tased 3 times. He was punched in the face twice, pulled by the hair, pulled by the limbs, cursed at, yelled at, shoved, poked, grabbed.
Gives me a lot of fear that this could happen to anybody else, and it's just also a lot of overwhelming emotions of sadness and confusion.
He should be scared this could happen again because, well, it happens more than you think.
A North Carolina mom says her son was restrained by deputies as he was having a seizure.
Marin County man is suing police, claiming officers assaulted him while he was having an epileptic seizure.
Police used a taser on him and tried to cover up what happened.
Indiana father of 2 who died after being handcuffed and pinned on the floor by police
while Earl was recovering from his seizure.
The most damning fact in this case, all 3 Hercules police officers were told by their dispatcher that Jack was having a seizure, but that did not change what was about to happen next.
On April 1st of last year, 21-year-old Jack Bruce was driving home from his Meemaw's house. Now, Jack here is a tradesman with the local union. As of this date, he had 0 criminal history. And as a matter of fact, Jack's father, John, was a police officer for 20 years and is now the lead investigator for the Contra Costa District Attorney's Office. Now, while driving home from his grandmother's house, Jack had a seizure behind the wheel, which he had no history of prior to this incident. This seizure would cause Jack to drive his car off the side of the road, down about a 15-foot embankment into some trees, which he then lost consciousness.
Now, luckily, there were witnesses who saw Jack drive off the side of the road, and they went down to help.
Oh my God, I don't know what's going on. Hey, sir. Hey, sir. You okay?
Another witness on scene would call 911 and let dispatch know that Jack had crashed his car and was having a seizure. That information was dispatched to all 3 officers who would arrive on scene just minutes later. Those 3 officers were Michael Thompson, Angel Garcia, and Joshua Goldstein from the Hercules Police Department. And not only did dispatch let the officers know that Jack was having a seizure, those 3 officers were told a second time that Jack was having a seizure by the witnesses when they arrived on scene. Now, Officer Garcia hopped in the back seat to find Jack completely unresponsive.
Hey, sir. Hey, sir. You okay? Are you okay? Can you breathe? What's going on right now? Talk to me, boss. What's going on right now? Can you hear me? 227. Driver is 1045B. Conscious, breathing. A for a mom stroke. You okay? Stay with me, buddy. You know your name? And 227. Better 20 is going to be right in front of Country Run, directly in front in the ditch. My patrol vehicle is on RVR. If you could update fire. You okay? What's your name, boss? Can you breathe? Can you breathe? Can you breathe? Can you breathe? Can you hear me?
So he proceeded to give Jack a sternum rub for about a minute, which, fun fact, you probably shouldn't do to somebody who has a possibility of chest trauma that just crashed their car down a 15 or 20-foot hill. Just saying. At the same time, another officer arrived on scene, which was Goldstein, and he advised Officer Garcia not to move Jack because he was probably having a seizure. This is clearly heard in the body cam footage.
Can you hear me, boss? Hey, Goldstein.
I'm coming. What's up?
You want to wait for fire to try to get him out?
Yeah, don't move. If he's having a seizure, just let him be.
Okay.
Goldstein said if he's fine, just let him be, which is what should have happened. But that's not what happened. Instead, right around the same time, Rodeo Fire Department and paramedics, they arrive on scene. They were told by Officer Garcia that it looked like Jack was having a seizure. Officer Garcia would also tell the fire department that he smelled no alcohol on Jack and saw no drug paraphernalia in the car. Now, right around this time, Jack begins to wake up a little bit. And in a seizure, this is called the post-ictal phase, which is characterized by extreme confusion and disorientation. So what does the medic and Officer Garcia start doing? They immediately begin playing 50 questions with Jack, which, as you can imagine, didn't go well.
He's conscious, breathing, looks like he's having a seizure. Doesn't smell like alcohol or anything like that. I don't see any drugs.
Hey, buddy. What's going on? What's going on?
What are you talking about?
You're in an accident.
You alright, boss? It's Hercules P.D. You're good, man. You're good. You're good. Just breathe. You're good.
He's alert.
You alright?
I'm good.
Alright. Let's get you out of the car, man. Let's get you checked out.
Why?
You're in a ditch right now, dude.
Your car's in a ditch.
Okay, let me go.
You can't drive, dude.
Why?
You have any medical issues?
No.
Have you ever had a seizure?
No.
You have diabetes?
No.
Any drugs or alcohol today?
No.
No? You're pretty sweaty, my buddy.
Well, yeah.
All right, let's get you out. We're going to walk up this hill.
Now, this is where the police and fire department abandoned the idea of letting Jack regain his consciousness, which would have taken all of about 10 minutes. Instead, they begin ordering Jack to get out of the car.
Dude, you're not driving anywhere, bro. Your car is in a ditch.
That's a police officer. We got to get you out.
Stop trying to grab your seatbelt, dude.
We got to get you out.
Listen to this guy.
Please stop.
Just come with me. We're going to go up the hill.
If you keep pulling your seatbelt, I'm going to rip your seatbelt. So listen to this firefighter.
Yeah, I'm good. Hey, bud. We got to get out of the car.
Car 227-231. Can you assist fire and get him out of the car? He's being a little combative.
Buddy. You're coming with me out. Let go of this. Come on.
Hey, chill out, bro. Chill out. Listen to them and get out of the car. Get out of the car, boss.
Hey, you gotta get out of the car.
Okay.
Get out. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Come on. Get out of the car. Let's go.
Why are you touching me?
Because you're being told something and you need to do it. Get out of the car. Let's go. Wake up. Hey.
Hey, let's get out.
Come on, man. There's only one way out of here, and that's walking, okay? Because we're not driving out. That's not happening.
Let's go, dude. Listen to these firefighters or I'm going to have to yank you out. Come on. Yo. Wake up.
Let's get out. Let's get out. We'll go up the hill. Yeah. I did, and he was a little aggressive.
All right, you want us to get him out?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, dude.
Medics should have applied a C-collar to Jack's neck and backboarded him out of the car based on the crash alone, the mechanism of injury. But that's not what happened. Just 5 minutes after Officer Garcia arrived, he was now shoving Jack out of the car. Because again, Jack was in his post-ictal phase and wasn't understanding the orders to get out of the car.
All right, dude. Listen to this officer. Wake up.
All right, let's hop out. Let's go. Come on. Let's hop out.
What are you doing?
Get out.
Let's go. Come on.
What are you
We're
doing?
getting out.
What are you doing?
Let's go.
What are you
Out of the
doing?
car.
Get out of the car, dude.
Come on. Come on. Let's go.
Hey.
Stop fucking resisting, bro.
Seeing Officer Garcia struggling, the other two officers would join in on ripping Jack out of the car.
All three officers were now yelling expletives in Jack's face while they were attempting to rip him out of the car. And when that didn't work, Officer Garcia thought it was appropriate to begin tasing Jack in the back. And Officer Goldstein began pulling Jack out of the car by his hair.
You're about to get tased, dude. Get out of the car.
at this point, Jack is just reacting to the stimuli around him. He's not consciously doing anything. This is clearly outlined in post-training for new cadets at the police academy. All these officers have been through, but they chose not to follow their training. Instead, once they got Jack out of the car, he was repeatedly punched in the head and continued to be assaulted by the officers, who then proceeded to hold him down, which is the opposite of what you should be doing when encountering a seizure patient.
Stop fucking fighting! Do not kick. Taser deployed. Still fighting. Come on. No more. No more. Let's just try and get him. Here, give his other hand. Stop, dude. Stop fighting. Here, cuff him. Dude, put your hands behind your back, please. Hold on.
You can see Jack here, beaten and bloody. Officers then proceeded to hogtie Jack and put him on the EMS stretcher.
Let him put this around his legs. That is not normal behavior. Will happen. Hold on. Let go. Let go. Ow. 3. Ow. When you get 1, 2, 3. You all right? You guys all right?
Now, you would think once Jack is secured on the stretcher and placed in the back of the ambulance, the abuse from the officers was done, but it wasn't. Officer Garcia, who now thinks he's an EMT, goes into the ambulance and proceeds to grab Jack by the head, shining his flashlight in his eyes, and proceeds to violently move Jack's head around, trying to assess his pupils, which is not how you assess pupils. He's lucky he didn't make Jack have another seizure. Fucking idiot.
Now, once the supervisors arrive on scene, you can hear the officers make the connection that Jack's dad is John Bruce, who was a local police officer for 20 years and is now the lead investigator for their district attorney.
Son? It's the son?
I don't know who the fuck he is.
The more chill you are, the more chill it's going to be.
That's the son.
Yeah, that's the son. That's the son.
And then fire.
That's the son, right? The younger one?
Yeah. He almost caught the fire so that people pulled you out. You're under the influence. Immediate. You got it. He was fighting. Tased.
Those officers would proceed to search Jack's car while he was being treated in the ambulance, but they found nothing.
But no, they caught it this time, and she's basically been beaten. She can get up to the bathroom by herself again, but she lost feeling in her left leg. So the day of, she was sick, and now she's like, she needs rehab, but dude, there's nothing. There's no pipes. There's no little baggies.
He's high on something.
He's high as on something. I just don't know what it is. Unless he tossed something back here. Because the only thing he has in the front is like stizzies. But I ain't never seen anybody react like that off weed.
Remember earlier, those officers admitted they believed Jack was having a seizure.
He's conscious, breathing, looks like he's having a seizure. Doesn't smell like alcohol or anything like that. I don't see any drugs.
But after repeatedly assaulting him and then finding out his dad worked for local law enforcement, the story all of a sudden changed.
Now, all of a sudden, Jack was an intoxicated driver because those officers knew they were going to have to answer for what they just did.
What do you think, man? Nothing. He's very slow.
Stop fighting. You're just gonna hurt yourself.
I guess he was fucking here when he was having the seizures. He just wanted to know what he saw.
So
that the dude was seizing up.
To load the gurney.
Get a picture of him. We've got Brittany and stuff.
Do you have any other?
He's always driving.
I don't know.
Always
right here. Sarge just wants pictures of all of us.
Two hands, too.
How's your mom doing?
I'm gonna end up calling the hospital.
Okay. Your hands real quick. Hands real quick.
Got enough time to go to transfer her from Vallejo. They were like, oh, you have a little bit of time. So that's a positive. But she's like, eats all the food. Not funny.
Two of the three officers would proceed to write false police reports, stating that not only was Jack combative from the moment they arrived on scene, which would have been impossible because Jack was unresponsive, they then proceeded to write that Jack had attacked them because he was under the influence, and that he had kicked some of the officers in the head.
You guys are all good? You guys, anybody need?
No, bro, we're good. We're good. Yeah. We both just got kicked in the head, but we're fine.
Which was never seen on body camera. More lies. So in the end, those officers would wind up handcuffing Jack to the stretcher while he was taken to the local hospital by ambulance for treatment. Jack would wake up in the emergency room, handcuffed to a hospital bed, not remembering most of what just happened, and was told by the ER physician that he did in fact have a seizure. Jack would later find out he now has epilepsy. And even though the officers had this new information, that did not stop them from trying to charge Jack with not only DUI, but also felony interfering with a police officer. The district attorney who would have to pursue these charges against Jack is the same district attorney that Jack's father works for. Thankfully, the district attorney refused to pursue the charges. And when interviewed, John stated he had absolutely nothing to do with this case.
When I viewed the footage, I was disturbed and I was saddened.
John Bruce is Jack's father, but he also has a unique vantage point. He's a senior inspector with the Contra Costa County DA's office.
And if they had just given him time to recover from what was strictly a medical emergency, then I believe none of that would have happened.
Unfortunately, since this incident last April, Jack continues to struggle with getting his seizures under control. He isn't allowed to drive, and he also can't work. Following this incident, Jack did file a use of force complaint at the Hercules Police Department, but he was told the officer's actions fell within policy, never receiving an apology. So in February of this year, Jack filed a federal civil rights lawsuit against the department and 3 officers involved, which the defendants have yet to respond to.
Now, if you like this video, please make sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps get our videos pushed out. We call this dumpster fire Dark Times with Nico and Sai, and we'll see you in the next video.
Goodbye for now.
I said goodbye.